Good to see so many new faces. All right, we're getting everybody in here. If this is your second round doing profit push, can you drop that in the chat so everybody can see there were survivors from the first time we did this? Hi, Barbara. Hi, Katrin. Ken, good to see you. Dave, Kelly, Devin, what's up? Taman, Sir Mudd, looking very artistry today. How are you? What's up, Angela? And what is that name? I'm sorry to say that way. All right. We're going to finish getting everybody in here, but today is the day that we are kicking off the second round of our Profit Push Accelerator. I am so excited for you guys. You have no idea. Lots of hard work to go. But if you were with us for the first round, anyone who went with us from January to April will tell you it blew past so fast. It's going to be July before we know it. So take that for how you want. It's going to be July soon. So I'm already in May. Anybody else living in May already? Or is it just me? Yeah, I'm in May. I checked out of April last week. Like, see you, sucker. I'm out of here. May's coming. It's time to go. All right. So listen, here's the deal for today. I'm going to get you guys talking, introducing yourselves. No more AI. Golly. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get note takers out of here and they are relentless. I get it though, because when I join meetings, my note taker will try to join no matter what I do if it's in my calendar. So not mad about it, but no, thank you. All right. So we're going to get you guys talking with each other. The whole purpose of this Profit Push Accelerator is to get you to turn profit. So that is the main focus. That focus has to start with your goal. And since this is the first time for a lot of you, you're going to have a lot of work to go through, but you'll have an advantage that the first round didn't. This round, we have a lot more AI prompts and assistance to help guide you through each of the steps. So that way we're hacking it, we're shortcutting it. I don't know if you guys remember, there was an interview with Peter Diamandis with Tom, and Peter Diamandis said that we were so with this generation of AI that we're seeing, we're so close to seeing the first 1 to 2 person $billion company actually start. You guys, we want it to be one of you. Who's it going to be? We want it to be all of you, but who's it going to? All right, Devin, that's what's up. Let's go. We want to see it be one of you guys here. So any way that we can assist you in this, there are going to be a lot of prompts that we'll be working throughout the entire 90 days. But there's also a lot of support. We have coaching sessions that'll be lined up. If you looked in the calendar recently, all of those events, where are you at, Ken? Ken was asking about dates in the calendar. I lost Ken. But anyway, I see you there. All of the dates are added. So you have your coaching dates with Tom. We do coaching with Tom once a month. Our next coaching is going to be on May 22nd. So you got a lot of work to do between now and then. We also have June 26th and July 31st, which is technically after the 90-day ends, but hopefully we'll be celebrating somebody actually hitting their goals by the end of the Profit Push. So we'll have time for that. So yes, there will be a recording for this. Thank you for asking, Robert. I will have a recording for this up today, and I'll also be dropping, after this call, I'll be dropping the actual playbook for you guys. But I'm going to walk through the playbook while we're on the call so that you know what to expect, what our calls will consist of. And I'll do that fairly quickly because I want to get you guys into actual breakout sessions so you can discuss with each other. If you know your business idea, does anyone not know their business idea? Anyone starting from that point? I see you type, all the single ladies, you did that and that's where my head just went. Sorry. Okay, so if you're starting from that point, it's okay. We got you covered. There's plenty of resources and tools for you too. So you don't have to worry. But if you do know your business idea and you know what you're actually working on, we want to make sure that by the end of this week, everybody is very, very, very clear, hyper-specific goals. And when I walk through the playbook with you, you'll see that some of the prompts that I gave you was to make sure that we're breaking down what is a very specific 90-day goal. I know a couple of you reached out and said, I'm not really sure what number to pull out my rear end for what a 90-day revenue goal should be, especially if you haven't done this before. Your numbers should be a little intimidating, shouldn't be something easy, but it should also be within reason. You know, maybe you're not going for $1 million in 90 days, but also don't play it so small that you're just like, your brain is checking out before you actually have a chance to put yourself to the test. So in that world, take your best guess based on what you think is possible, and then make it a little bit more unrealistic for yourself. So you just feel slightly uncomfortable. That's where I want you at. But for this week, we want hyper specific goals so that you know what you're working towards. And then from there, we're going to start digging into the weeds of everything. And the good news is, for those of you who did the profit push the first time, through the whole playbook, I've got notes for you guys. For a second time, repeat offenders, this is what you're going to be doing. So basically all the notes are like, yeah, you have no excuse. This is like the hardcore round. I want you like locked in, laser focused. You know what this was. You did the training the first time. You know what this feels like. And you should just be executing relentlessly. Relentless execution. Be obsessed with action. So that's what we're going to do. Welcome for all of you guys, and just want to make sure if there's any other questions in the chat. Recording will be available. Yes. First timer. Congratulations. David, first week, first round. You're going to see how this works. We're going to see how you work. How about that? You want to see how this works. We want to see how you work. So, all right, let's get into this. I'm going to, hang on one second. I have way too many screens open. So I'm going to just walk. It doesn't want to share screen. I hate when it does this. I'm going to walk you through where we're at with this profit push. So you'll get a copy of the playbook after this call with the replay. So that'll be posted in the community. If you're not registered for the profit push, please make sure that you actually register. I'm going to explain how this is going to work for you in a second, but I want to make sure I get this link here just in case. If you haven't registered, you're going to want to register. We're doing things a little bit differently this time around. And while we're doing things a little bit differently, you being registered will matter. So the last round, a lot of the times, that's the registration link, by the way. So last round, a lot of the posts for Profit Push Accelerator participants were posted inside the community. I still will post inside the community. However, each week, as we go from week to week, we'll be focused on a different topic. We're going to focus on different angles. I'll have some extra goodies for you guys. I'll be sending those out every Monday. So every Monday, you'll get that. Wednesday, we'll have a weekly check-in. Your weekly check-ins on Wednesdays are hyper valuable for you to come and discuss what is it that you're struggling with. It's always great to hear what how other people are trying to solve for the same problems or similar problems that you're solving for. But those weekly check-in calls will be crucial. You'll know what the topic, or what the, not the topic, but what the main foundational principle is for that week. You'll understand what that is. We can discuss it on Wednesdays. And then on Thursdays, we did skill building sessions last round, but instead of doing skill building sessions this round, what we're going to do are co-work and workshops. So if you join us on Thursdays, come ready to work. It is not a passive listening session. If you're trying to just just listen in just for the sake of listening in, I don't think you'll get much out of it. It is for you to do work-in sessions. That's what those sessions are going to be. So I'll have, I may have people join us sometimes for those working sessions to help kind of guide us through a few different ideas or topics. But in general, we will have those sessions for you to actually work on your business. I don't want you joining any of our events with this idea that this is consumption or something to distract you from actually doing the thing. When you join us, I want you actually doing the thing. That we don't do spiritual entertainment, no mental masturbation here. You got to go somewhere else for that. Not here. Okay. So that's fair enough. For the profit push, how this is going to work. I'm sorry, I got to go back to my note screen. So how this is actually going to work. We have today's kickoff session, but in our actual playbook, what you're going to see is, one, for the second timers, you'll see notes in there that if you've done the accelerator before, This isn't for you to repeat work. It's for you to refine and execute literally at like relentlessly at speed. I want you guys, for the second timers, I want you guys like soaring through this, and I want you actually getting sales with by the end of the first month or sooner, right? That's where I want you guys at. So you'll see notes throughout the playbook for that. And then how you're going to use the playbook, there's notes in here for you for that. But basically, you're going to follow the sequence of the book. It's not to be done all at the same time. It's not like a sit down with it one day and just soar through the whole thing. You're going to have to work in segments. You're going to be getting prompts to actually enter into ChatGPT for you to strategize and execute. You have to execute. You got to come up with strategy. But this is going to be for you as a guide for strategy mapping for your particular business, for your specific needs. So follow the sequence of it. Don't try to run through the entire thing in one sitting. I don't know why you would try, but if you were to, some people are ambitious, but it shouldn't be that possible for you because you're going to have to actually go and do the work. So I don't think you'll be able to sort through it, but that is meant to be followed in sequence. You have the classroom. I'll be updating the classroom where the Profit Push Accelerator is. That'll be getting updated overnight tonight. But in the classroom, you have a lot of resources. There's classes in there. The Physics of Progress courses are in there. And also all of our skill building sessions that we did from the first round are in there. So if you want them, I'll be organizing those by topic. Excuse me. I'll be organizing those by topic. So you'll be able to line them up. And in the playbook, you'll see that there's specific references for certain skill building sessions throughout. So you'll be able to line them up with what we're doing. You're going to implement a lot of AI. If you're not using, in the playbook, we reference ChatGPT a lot. I don't care what your AI of preference is. That doesn't matter. So don't worry about if you're using Grok, if you're using, I don't know, whatever, Perplexity, use whatever you want. But prompts are prompts in my world with AI, but I do reference ChatGPT. There's tables and trackers, but you'll be able to customize. It's just to give you an idea what to track. Sometimes we don't know what to track or how to organize it. So I want to give you ideas how to organize some of this information and stay on track. Also, you have the weekly check-ins, which I already mentioned. They're going to be on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Last round, if you guys did this with us before, last round we did confirm your speaking language of Spanish. No, I'm pretty much sure I'm speaking English. Okay. If you did the last round, we did 2 check-ins a week. This time we're only doing the one. It's on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. The co-working sessions that we're going to be doing on Thursdays, I'll keep rotating those between 10 a.m. one week, 2 p.m. Always Pacific time for us, Robert. Anytime ever, you hope anyway. You hope when I'm saying time, I'm supposed to be referencing Pacific time. I live on the East Coast, so sometimes I slip. Apologies if I do. You might want to double check me some days, but yes, Pacific time is what I'm referencing. So 9 a.m. on Wednesdays for the check-ins. Thursdays will rotate between a 10 a.m. session and a 2 p.m. session every other week. So that way it should be able to appease everybody. If you're interested, but there will not be Wednesday. There will be no Sunday check-in calls this round. And I want you to, this is a question I put this in the how to use the playbook, but this is like such an important question. I think you should be asking this of yourself every single day. It's what's the revenue move this week? What is your revenue move for the day? Like every single day, every single week, you should know exactly what you need to be doing and tying those steps back to what actually helps you reach your milestone, what actually generates revenue. Don't get tied up and caught up in trying to choose colors and keep yourself busy for the sake of being busy. Constantly go back to doing what actually needs to happen for you to turn profits. Like you want to actually sell services, products, whatever you're here selling, right? So we have that. There, you'll see key dates and the coaching calls and all of that. That'll be in the playbook for you as well. Special sessions, clinics, and coffee chats. So there are sessions that are being planned. I don't have dates booked down, but between now and July, you will see additional sessions that are popping up for you. Those sessions will be specifically skill focused. We have one that's going to be coming up to teach you how to build custom chat GPTs. That'll be coming up. We're going to do a chat discussion with someone who did really well in our first Profit Push Accelerator. He was using LinkedIn for sales and he freaking crushed it. His goal was 45,000. He hit over 80. So it's just that peer-to-peer discussion. So he'll be sharing what did he do? How did he figure out where to get these sales from on LinkedIn and do it really well? And then we also have another member in our community that like totally crushed it with getting, I think she's over 800 subscribers on YouTube. So for those of you that are interested and you're creating content for YouTube, that'll be another like coffee chat type of discussion you'll want to join. We can have the conversation. I really like the way she reframed posting content. I was just speaking with her recently and she said, I don't think about it as posting content. I just think, what is the message that I need to tell my audience? And it just kind of removes some of the stress of thinking I have to create content. It's not creating content. It's like just thinking of the message your people need. So I don't know. Those are conversations. So there'll be sessions like that that'll be planned over the next several months. If you don't see them on the calendar yet, I promise I will always give you at least a week or two advance notice so that you have time to hopefully move your schedule if you need to or figure out how to make it. And there will be replays for those sessions. So if you can't make it because of time zone difference, don't worry, you'll be able to get to it. Now going through the actual outline of what our next several weeks looks like. One, we're starting out with goal mapping. This week, you have to get the goal. You need to have your hyper-specific goals. Ideally, I want to see every single one of you posting your specific goals in the community for accountability. But you want to make sure you're breaking this down from a 90-day vision to what are your 3 to 5 milestones that you're going to need to hit between now and the end of the 90 days. And then from there, I have prompts built in so that you're able to actually take those your milestones, and we're going to apply physics of progress. So there's prompts to help you program your chat GPT or whatever your AI is. You'll program your chat GPT for physics of progress because that's the framework that we work in. It doesn't mean that you have to. If you have a better way of working, then so be it. It's just a framework. And if you don't have a framework, then this is a great framework for you to use. It's how we operate as a company with Tom Bilyeu and Impact Theory and the game and development side, the production side. This is how we operate. If you want to know what success is, it's us using physics of progress ad nauseum. Unbelievably. And if you don't believe me, there's a session in the replays for skill building sessions, build your social lead engine with our director of social media. And if you hear him break down exactly how we actually test our social media content, you'll hear him actually explain in physics of progress. He just doesn't use the term physics of progress, but it's exactly what we use. So anyway, yeah, I know, Pooja, right? Building the custom chats are going to be really helpful. If you guys attended the masterclass with Tom and he talked about like building a custom, your chats for like your different roles in your company, that is like really awesome for anybody that's trying to build those type of things. Plus also like systemizing, automating your business. Like I think there's a lot of good things, even your lead gen. Anyway, lots of ideas for custom chats. So we have your goals you'll be working on this week. We want to have that done before you move on. You'll have your physics of progress framework programmed into your chat, which will be helpful for you going forward. After we finish the goal mapping, we're going to go into defining your customer and problem solving. So I think everybody's going to be on this at their own pace. And again, if this is your second round, you may not be spending as much time on this. So if it's your second time, you've already done this work, don't worry about it. Keep plugging away at what you need to plug away at, because we're going to get to the part where you guys are all going to probably be hyper focused on. But for those of you in your first time, I cannot stress to you enough how much you need to take your time and slow down on the customer portion of building your business. You have to do this part. I've got a lot of ChatGPT prompts to help you build out your ideal customer profile. All of this will be guided steps for you, so you'll know your customer inside and out, the demographics, psychographics, behaviors, online behaviors, purchasing behavior, all of that stuff. Like we'll be working through all of that. And I want to just say, do not think I'm going to knock this out in an hour and be done. As a team on our side, of professionals, full-time workers, multiple full-time employees that are experts at this, that do this for a living. We spend weeks sometimes. If we're launching a new product, we will spend weeks going into a customer. And I'm just saying, if you're by yourself, like, you're going to need the time to go through your customer. If it takes us time, I know it's going to take you time if you do it properly. So just don't skip on this part. That part, I promise you, will feed into everything else that comes downstream from that. I don't want to say downhill, like it's all downhill from there. So we'll get into that before we do straight lines. The straight lines and figuring out a frictionless path to the sale is the next thing. One of the things I saw the last round that I'm hoping that I can help you guys avoid this time is that when you start thinking about straight lines, it's easy to think about too many paths. So for those of you who don't know, straight lines is, when Tom talks about straight lines, is basically what is the entry point of where your customer is meeting you? Where's the end point? Like, it's purchasing the sale. Maybe it's doing the one-on-one coaching call. It's signing up for your service or buying your product, whatever it is, joining your community, the end product. I want you, for the purpose of this 90-day challenge, 90-day accelerator, I want you to just focus on one thing and doing one thing really, really well. Master your entry point. Really figure out how to build well your endpoint where you're trying to get your customer to, and make as little step, like, keep it as minimal as possible, the steps that your customer is going to have to take to get from entry to the endpoint. Don't have like a bunch of things in the middle. Don't have 5 different entry points. Like, oh, their entry point could be YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and my grandma. Like, don't have so many of them. Just focus on one. Even Alex Hormozy says this: one avatar, one product, one channel. I don't know what to say, guys. Like, y'all be fighting for the overwhelm and the conflicts. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to help you, but I want to help you not do this, because I know that I saw a lot of us doing this in the first round. I'm like, I get it. But like, if I could tell you anything, I'm going to tell you to simplify. If you're on a call with us and you're talking about, well, I'm trying to work on this part and this part, I'm going to tell you, simplify. Please simplify. So that you can actually make a sale. You're not going to make sales all over the place. Just simplify. Trust us. One entry point, one product, one end result. Just stay there. I promise you, I think we'll get better results doing it this way. So we'll focus on straight lines. You got your goal mapping, you got your customer. Straight lines will be after that, and doing like those friction audits. Like, where am I creating friction for my customers? We'll walk through all of these steps together. And then after we do that part, we're going to build your offer. There is a great skill building session in our classroom on offers. There's a lot of great skill building sessions that we have from the first round. So you'll have those replays for that. But building your offer will be next. And building the offer after your straight lines will be, I'm trying to take you guys in an order that makes sense. That's why I'm telling you, take your time on the customer journey. I mean, not your customer journey, on defining your customer. Take your time defining your customer first. So that way, by the time you start figuring out where your straight lines are, your customer journey, not the customer journey, but understanding your customer really, really well, and I mean understanding your customer intimately well, is going to help you figure out the simplest straight line. When you know your customer, it's all of a sudden super clear if you should be focusing on LinkedIn or if you should be focused on a yoga studio. It just becomes crystal clear. Your endpoint, you'll know your endpoint because you're going to be building your offer and you know what service you're trying to do, but you're also solving the problem. And I want to help you keep that in context. You are here to solve a problem for your customer, whether it's product or service, it doesn't matter. You're here to solve a problem. They know about their problem. They're paying money already for their problem, and we want to help you like put all these pieces together. So because you spent the time on the customer, by the time you get to building your offer, you're going to know how to build the offers much simpler. And we have a custom chat GPT it's not our personal custom chat GPT, but we do have a custom chat to help you with that and some shortcuts so that you don't even have an excuse why you can't build your offer. You'll know. But all of that content of building an offer and doing your messaging is going to come from your research with your customer. And you're going to struggle with it. And if you start struggling and saying, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to put in my messaging, I'm going to say, you don't know your customer. And I'm going to tell you, go back. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go back to the customer. Go back to understanding your customer. Because honestly, that's the solution most of the time. If you don't know what to say and you don't know where to find them, if you tell me, I don't even know where to find my customer, I'm going to tell you, you don't know your customer then. And I'm going to tell you, go back to start. Go back and figure out where they're at. So you'll have, we're going to take you through these steps. The irresistible offers and crafting that message is going to be the fun part. These are all like building your preparation for your sales. And then once we're done with you having your offering done, you have your messaging for your offer, you know what your straight lines are, you know where your entry point is. After that point, you're ready to start working on your lead generation and your marketing strategy. And this is where I think it gets fun, or it starts freaking you out. One way or another, you're going to be in it to win it. And hopefully you won't be trying to play scared and run away from us. So we'll find you and we'll support you through it. Again, we have weekly check-in calls. So bring all your fears and your inner critics to the calls so we can help you think through those things and tell them how to shut it down. But we'll get you through that part. The lead gen and marketing strategies, again, we have notes for you, second-time founders. And I will say, the second timers that are here, honestly, I think that this is where you guys should honestly start and spend your 90 days, is on your lead gen, your marketing, and your sales. So this is your second time around. If your MVP is done, you know your customer, and you're clear on your offer, and this is your second time in the profit push, I would say to spend your 90 days on lead gen, marketing, and sales. That is it. For the first timers, I want to get you to this point as fast as possible so that you have the maximum amount of time to spend on lead gen, marketing, and sales. That is the only way I know to get you money in the door. That's it. The rest of this stuff is just like your foundation. It's what you're going to lay out. It's what you're going to build off of. But this is the bulk of the work. This is the work. That's the work. You want to know how to operate a business? This is it. Lead gen, marketing, sales. Over and over and over and over. Oh, and don't forget, you got to actually deliver your services. If you're a service provider, don't forget that part. Yeah. And while you're delivering service, you still got to keep the damn leads going. Yeah, we'll help you out when you get to that bridge and you're drowning. We got some life rafts. We'll give you a little lifesaver so you don't drown completely. We'll keep you afloat. But that is the, that will actually be, the part that I think we all need to be in, is this part. That's where the bulk of this come from. And the faster we can get you to that part, you having the difference between having 45 days to spend on lead gen and marketing will make a big difference on what you're able to turn in sales at the end of this. So this is the part where I think like the rubber meets the road, and it's just like, this is where it gets juicy. It's also the part where I think we started losing a lot of people the first time. It was like, this gets too real. And I get it that it's uncomfortable, but you don't have to go through this alone. And we have a lot of resources for you. So you'll start with validating your offer. And actually, I put this in this section, but as soon as you do your offer, like, you should be telling people what you do and who you do it for instantly. Start talking to people. Don't make it a secret. Don't hide it. Don't try to keep it to yourself. Tell any and everybody who will listen, this is what I do and who I do it for. It could be a random person at the 7-Eleven. Hey, this is what I do. This is who I do it for. You never, ever know what conversation can happen. And it's also great practice if you're telling people what you do and who you do it for, and you get a lot of like clueless faces. That's feedback and data telling you maybe you're not clear. Maybe you're not articulating it well, and maybe you need to practice your message, and just keep practicing it. Every time you show up to a weekly check-in call, tell us what you do and who you do it for. Matter of fact, I'm gonna wear you guys out with that one. Tell me what you do and who you do it for. And I'm hoping that we can get you from a ramble down to like just one good solid sentence where you can just really articulate, this is what I do, period. No questions about it. A fifth grader can understand it, and we're off to the races from there. So we'll have that. The lead gen, there's resources throughout the entire playbook. There's a lot of prompts throughout the playbook. to help you stay on track. With the lead gen, there's a planning table. So that way I want you even thinking about, well, what are my daily actions for lead generation? How many people do I need to reach out to? Set actual tangible goals that you can actually hit, because either you're winning or you're failing. But if you don't define it, we don't know what you're doing, and you won't know what you're doing. So I want you to keep that in mind. And then from there, once we get past that part, we're jumping into sales. Ultimately, that is the final destination that we're going to get you to for the 90-day profit push, is getting you to the sales part. There's a lot of there's a lot of resources for sales. We have chats for helping you with role play. You can role play. We'll do working sessions where we can actually role play with each other. Give us your best pitch offer. If you pretend we're on a discovery call, we'll play along with you. We'll get you sharp. But if you're too shy to show up for that, you're probably too shy to show up for a real customer. So you got to ask yourself how much you want this. Just saying. If you're going to be scared with the customer, you might as well be scared with us. And then we can at least give you some encouragement. We'll give you the hype up juice, or we'll just tell you, hey, that actually sucks. It's not great. Let's figure out how to work it out and make it better. We will tell you the truth in the most brutal way, but it'll be all in love. And at least you won't embarrass yourself out there. So you can take that with a grain of salt. But that is literally the 90 days. The bulk of it you want to spend on lead gen, marketing, and sales. Everything else before then is building up to that. The profit push is good for you whether you've already started turning profits. It's also good if you haven't turned profits. And it's good if you don't even know what idea you're going to start with. If you don't know what your business idea is, there is a post in the community. I think I had it pinned, and I think I just unpinned it today. With a custom chat from Impact Theory that will help you work through it a bit. But if you find that you still feel like you're not sure, schedule a call with me and let's just have a brainstorm and figure it out. That's the next best thing I can offer you, is if you still feel like you're on the boat and you're like, let's just talk about it and get you over the hill. Okay. I've almost lost my voice now, but I'm going to make sure I answer any questions that I see in the chat. And then we're going to do breakout sessions. When we do the breakout sessions, I just want you guys to introduce yourself and tell everybody what you do and who you do it for as best as you can. But no rambling. No rambling allowed. No rambling allowed. All right. Is there a template for goals? Yes, there is a template for setting up your goals in the playbook. You'll see it actually laid out for you. Where do we get more info on straight lines? Inside the Profit Push Accelerator, there's a resource for straight lines. Plus, you'll also see straight lines in the playbook as well. And we'll be talking about this often through our weekly check-ins and our workshops as well. I don't know if this was already mentioned, but I'm going to watch a replay. Yes, Roshana, there will be a replay today. Sorry if I missed it. I jumped in way too early in my journey. Going to hop off. Dave Donnelly. Did Dave Donnelly leave? I don't know how early in your journey you are, but if you're trying to start a business, where are you going? This is the place to be. I don't know. All right. A lot of Daves. Jeez. Dave Grease. Much better to get beat up by friendly. Yes, it is. I agree, Dave. That's my idea. I want friendly fire. Which always cracks me up when I think about that, friendly fire. Like, I don't want to get shot, period. Will be great to schedule a call with you. Absolutely, Keiko. Tom mentioned a couple of times ChatGPT, workflows is documented somewhere. You can look at on how it works. Can you unmute? Where are you, Tammin? You said
Yeah,
on
sure.
how it works ChatGPT. What was
Hi
your
there.
question?
Yeah, basically, Tom mentioned in some of his recordings how he really intensely works with ChatGPT. And although I would consider myself like intermediate, it was very interesting on what he hinted towards and to get like a detail how he's doing this, yeah, especially for this 90 days for us then to apply.
Yeah, I haven't seen Tom's actual chat GPT. I wish I could. I would be all up in that damn chat GPT. Like, oh, trust me, guys. I will take photographic memories and share it with you. Um, but I, if I'm not mistaken, Tom does use project folders. I think he does. No, I think he was building the custom chats, and we had a big discussion at our meeting, the difference between custom chats and project folders, and which one was whatever. There were differences between the two, but beyond what he said in the AI masterclass, there's nothing else that I could point you to. That's what I was saying. Personally, project folders are the way to go for me for life. I literally, that is my organization tool for those. All right. There's a PDF you shared on the prompts. Yes. Yes. There is, and it's linked in the masterclass at the bottom. You'll see the document there. Yes, we have another AI Advantage prompt and bonuses too. All right. I'm gonna go ahead while Project Excel. Thank you, AVD. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drop us into breakout sessions. Remember, tell people what you do and who you do it for. That's all you need to do for today. And then I will have the replay and the playbook posted. Make sure you're registered for the actual Profit Push Accelerator. So that way you're receiving the weekly emails from me and any communication regarding what's actually going on. And I also like try to do check-ins with you guys too. So one-on-one check-ins are fun. But yeah, let me get you in breakout sessions. More people come in. All right. And there's 40. We'll do 10 rooms. I think 10 rooms should be good. All right. All right. No. I just don't want to have it in there. Wait, sorry. Okay, I'm just room 4. I apologize. You guys are getting my note taker, but I won't be listening. You'll see a box open up that says to join the room that you've been assigned to. You can click on that. Okay.
And that custom chat that Tom gave us, that thing's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's
Yeah,
crazy.
it is. We're excited. There's a lot. We're working on so many things for you guys. We just want you to love it all. Literally, we just want you to have no excuses. It's easy to come and say that you want to do something and you're like, yeah, I want to build a business. That sounds cool. But then it's like another thing
When you get
when you're
in
like, oh wait, I actually have to do it.
it.
A whole nother level of fears start kicking in when you're like, oh no, there's no excuse not to do it. Oh wait, here we go. All right. This is my booking link for a quick 15-minute check-in if you want to schedule a call.
Okay, thanks, Delia.
Absolutely. By registration, you meant the form. Yes, that's the form. And actually, I was thinking about it while you guys were in the breakout sessions. I was like, maybe I'm not going to post the playbook in the replay. Maybe I'll just I'll post a replay, but maybe I'm just going to email you guys the playbook. I think I'll email you guys the playbook. That way, people who are registered get it. I don't want the cheaters getting it. Let me stop calling people cheaters. Hi, Liddy. It's so good to see you, lady. All right. Did anyone want to share from your breakout sessions? Who fumbled the worst? Start snitching. No, how were your breakout sessions?
Angela did not get to introduce herself because she couldn't figure out how to unmute herself. So, but
Where
she
is
did.
Angela?
She did put it in the chat. We didn't get to hear her voice though.
Oh, Angela Canestrano? I made up your last name. I'm sorry, Angela. I totally just made that up. Hi, Lana. If you can unmute, you're more than free to do it now. If not, I understand.
Yeah. If you're talking to me
Go for
or
it,
to
Lana.
Angela. Angela. Whoever.
If Angela can't unmute, you can unmute. Go ahead. Go ahead, Lana.
Go, Angela. Okay. Well, what do I talk about? Ask me
Did you
something. Yeah.
you want to tell me what you do and who you do it for?
Sure. Okay. I'm making a video AI videos for
Mm-hmm.
small businesses, entrepreneurs, brands, and artists, like music artists. Video.
Okay. What are the AI videos for?
Sorry?
What are the AI videos for?
For music videos, advertisements,
Okay.
and social media posts, for example.
Okay. Yeah, you should probably put that in there somewhere, like AI video. That makes me curious, but I did ask, so maybe you mission accomplished.
I should put. I'm just practicing. As
Yeah,
you said, it's not perfect.
exactly. Oh, we got Angela joining
Yeah.
again. Maybe we're gonna get Angela this time. Um, I also want to make sure if you'd like to share how your breakout session was. I take it everybody's room was great because I don't think anyone here would not be great. But if you have any questions, any thoughts, anything that you'd like to share, the floor is open.
Hey,
Hi, Sir Mud.
hi. Yeah, I was actually in a very nice group. We had just one person who hadn't done this before, so I was making a point, and I'll just say this again. Because I've done this once, it also because it's a new business, new whole thing for me, the
Mm-hmm.
project I'm working on. It's also interesting to see how the pacing works because you give yourself a goal but you don't know till you start, like Tom says, keep moving. You don't know till you have things, data to compare things with.
Yep.
So I'll just say this, for myself as well, that keep turning up, keep doing it, and keep assessing. And it's such a great thing that you're available for one-to-one calls, and all of the sessions that we had last time, the AI session, the marketing, the social media one, and the straight lines one, they are extremely valuable. They totally changed the game for me in thinking about the steps that I need to take, and I knew that I could actually reach out and check in with all of these different modules or categories that would help me to launch or define my customer or figure out where I'm kind of tangled up. So it takes some time to pace yourself,
Oh,
and
I think
yeah. That's the Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, you
Yeah,
cut out for
that's it.
like a split second.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I want to say. That it's just keep an eye on your pacing and don't get frustrated if things, because I didn't reach the goal, but I knew I probably wouldn't be because I'm gonna have to launch at some point, which wouldn't happen within the first 90. But now I know that I'm much closer than before. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's it about pacing. It's just don't
Thank
lose
you.
heart, don't get distracted. Just keep your eye on the ball, and sooner or later you'll be there. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, Sir Mud. It's a really it's an important point because I think that we forget it's not a race against anybody else. It's literally you against you. And that's all there is. I don't care. Well, I do care, but I don't care where Gabrielle is. I don't care where Pooja is. I don't care where David is. Like, I'm supporting and cheering for them, but at the same time, like, you're not in a race with anybody. Everybody's on their own level of comfort, expertise. Some people are really out of their pocket. Some people are working 3 jobs. I don't know. I don't know what your situation is. Oh, and if you're a W-2 employee, if you're a full-time worker and you're building this baby on nights and weekends, suck it up, Buttercup. Get to work. This is the game we play. You're going to make some sacrifices. You're going to have some sleepless days, but you want to prioritize your health, your well-being at the same time. Okay? Don't think you're off the hook though. You will get no violence playing over here for you, but we do know that a lot of you are building your businesses in the margins, and you just have to adjust to whatever you can adjust to. But do not allow yourself that as an excuse. That's what I would leave you with. Do not allow that as an excuse. Y'all thought you were going to get some sympathy. I'm sorry for that.
You went straight in with the suck it up, Buttercup. I really did
Suck
think
it
you
up.
were gonna get some sympathy. All right, this is what the profit push is about, guys. Suck it up.
Yes, not on my watch. You will not go back and report to Tom. I was being soft with you guys. No, that's not happening. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get to finishing up some things so I can get you guys the. Oh wait, make sure you're registered. If you're not registered, again, there's the form. But yeah, I'm gonna get to work so I can get the playbook sent out to you guys. It doesn't want to go send. I'm gonna get this playbook. I'll email the playbook to you guys, and definitely I'll post a replay inside the community. I'll think about if I want to give them. I don't know. Probably not. They can suck it up too.
I have a question.
Hi, how is Oren?
Yeah. So I want to build a physical product, and I was wondering how like if you had any experience with the previous accelerator with physical products.
We have members that were doing physical products. I personally don't have experience with that. Tom would have experience with that. I think with the physical product, there's going to be some parallels for you. I think the most important thing is testing your idea before you go all in and investing in it. It's trying to do as much research as you can before you start actually physically building it. Think of ways. One of my favorite examples, in the 4-hour work week, Tim Ferriss, he talked about somebody he knew that wanted to create a supplement, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a supplement, but he wanted to test the market to see if the supplement was worth actually developing. And what he did was he put out an ebook that was about the symptoms, I think, that the supplement would actually resolve. He ended up getting like over 500 downloads. He used that as his proof of concept that there was a market for that product. So that's how I'm just telling you, be smart about how you research before you go investing in the time and effort to build a product. Make sure it's something that people actually want. But
Okay,
other than that, I would say you also have the opportunity to check in with Tom during coaching calls. There are other people in the community that are building physical products that have gone through the patent and all that stuff. It's just not my personal expertise. But you will get support if you need it. And yeah, and for all of you that are here, when we have the coaching calls, because you got a cheat code. If you're in the profit push and you're trying to get to Tom for a coaching call, I will get you there. So don't run, don't hide, don't act like you don't have a way of asking Tom questions. You definitely have that as an opportunity. It's available to you. It's only as good as the opportunity you're willing to take, though. So I would definitely tell you that that's a ace card in your back pocket when you need it, and just make sure that you take advantage of it. That's it. Looking for views initially, but actual profit. David, looking for views. That makes sense. Knowing what you do, that makes sense. Where are you on the screen? I see you. That makes sense for what you do. And also Devin was building an MVP for the first 90 days. So if you're building an MVP and you're in the tech space, like I get it, it's a different process. Take advantage, because either way, the foundational principles and like the process that we're going through, I think is still helpful for you either way. But yeah, thank you though. Well, that is it for today. If you guys have questions now, let me know. If not, I will see you inside the community, and we'll have our first weekly check-in on Wednesday. And I'll put this in an email for you guys, but remember, the most important thing is work on very hyper-specific goals. Your 90-day, what are your 3 to 5 milestones, and post that inside of the community. But I'll send all of that detail to you very shortly. Okay. Thank you. Have a good one.
Diane.
Bye.
Bye.